Welcome to Moonbase 2.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Moonbase 2 podcast. My name is Decade Andy, because I think last week I said Cobra Commander TFW, which isn't true. He's dead! I ate his flesh. I wear his skin. So hopefully I'll remember not to call myself that in the future anymore. Oh my god. I'm joined this week by a man who is seriously good and might actually be mayonnaise. It's Mikey G. Wolf V3. Hello, Mikey. My
What
little white
eating?
scoop. Nothing. It's just I had dinner and I haven't put the mayonnaise away yet.
There we go.
It doesn't mean I'm not like scooping mayonnaise into my mouth as we speak.
I'm just saying, I am basically summed up by what is in my immediate vicinity every week, so.
Yeah. That's how I associate you. It was either going to be that or a Masters of the Universe figure, a pot of glue, or a sprue. Or a model kit, I suppose. I'll talk about him later, though. You're definitely not him. He's too cool. You're not cool. Yeah. How are you doing, Mikey? How are you doing this week?
I'm alright. No real excitement this week. I would like new batteries, please.
I hear, Mikey, that you'd like more work this week because you didn't have enough last week.
Yes,
right?
I would require more. In fact, give me more going forward. I'm not behind. I'm not going to be up till 2 o'clock finishing paperwork. You're up till 2 o'clock finishing paperwork. Go fuck yourself. What? Who said that? I didn't say that, you bitch. What?
You're going to be amazing when you get this job, Mikey.
I'll be an amazing parent one day. Just like, hey you. Yeah, Dad? Fuck you. Oh, thanks, Dad.
I see you as
Dad,
a father
4.
that would send his child to the dilithium mines of Rurapente easily.
What do you fuck, Dad? They're not real. You were getting 10 years, now it's 15.
What about the ruby mines of Burma? They're real.
Yeah, they're real.
Or they were real?
Have you seen a movie called Blood Diamond, son?
No, what's a blood diamond? Oh, my son, you will learn. Put him in the crate, boys. Send him off. He's not taking a plane. He's going by boat. Shipping lanes. We're here this week to talk about Transformers. Unsurprisingly, there's not a lot to talk about this week.
Nope.
With the story we've got coming up, there should be stuff next week to talk about. Since theory. October the 22nd will have slid on by. So hopefully then we'll have something. Mikey, you told me before we started recording that you have a bit of crappy news to talk about.
Yeah, it's a rarity for me, but I had to talk about this because I did a lot of blinking, because my first reaction to this was, wait, this is still a thing? And my second reaction was, no, this seems like a fuck-up. Because, ladies and gentlemen, for I don't know how many years running now, to the point that I've literally forgotten it's happening, the Transformers Hall of Fame 2021 vote is up.
Oh my god, that's still a thing?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh my god.
So, for anyone who doesn't remember, this is, quote, a prestigious event.
Is it?
Well, when they introduced it, it was like it was when BotCon was having those big, like, Saturday night dinners.
Yeah,
and
they would like. It was kind of neat.
They would have like guests over, and there'd be a big fuss made out of it, and maybe like someone famous would come in, and like lots of cool stuff like that would go on.
If I remember, our problem with it back then was it should have just been honoring the people rather than the fictional characters, and I think that's still the case, really, isn't it?
I am very much of the opinion that is. Apparently, there will be humans inducted this year as well.
Oh my god, fleshy ones.
But, this started in 2010, so this has been going on for 11 years.
Jesus.
And it's become increasingly more ridiculous. For a few years, it used to be like websites would get involved, you get lots of votes going in, and we feel really official. And then it started becoming clearly a lot less of a priority once BotCon died. And as, like, PulseCon and everything else, like, HasCon, PulseCon, they were trying to get something going. And now they gave us a link to a Google Doc.
Okay.
But for the Hall of Fame this year, Andy, you get to pick your favorite Beast Wars Season 1 character and your favorite War for Cybertron figure. Not your favorite, not like what toy from Transformers history deserves to be in a Hall of Fame, if you're going to go that way. Just your... They're
War for Cybertron's not even that old, though.
No, previously, 2017, they did Titans Return, so it was Triptychon. 2018, they did Battle Trap for Siege.
Okay.
Or whichever, Power of the Primes. 2019, it was Omega Supreme from Siege, and then Skylinks from Earthrise. So it's basically Toy of the Year, but Battle Trap, really?
I think I remember a lot of people being really hyped for Battle Trap. I never got it, but I heard it.
He was fun, but he was definitely vastly overhyped.
All right, Mikey. Who's better then, huh?
I mean, if you're talking about gimmicks, I don't think it was an amazing Power of the Primes was a fucking disaster as a toy line, but I do think
messy.
As a gimmick, I think the leader class gimmick, especially with the Optimus, was a really good idea. I just think it needed more to be in a line that had a budget.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Power of the Primes really screamed, we don't have a budget.
So you would say that the Optimus Prime from that year was the best?
More deserving than a small Battle Trap that was an idea we've had 1,000 times.
Mm-hmm. Well, not 1,000 times.
We had an entire toy line about it, Andy. It was called Energon. It was shit. But the
I think this was better than those, though. This was a lot better than them. A lot better.
It would be hard to be worse. But anyway, so previously, what you do, they'd have we picked out these characters to go in, and now you vote. And then about 2015, it started becoming okay, you get to pick 2 characters. And then 2018, one character. Knockout was last year. Huh. Yay, Knockout. If only we had a toy of him. So Andy, this is Beast Wars, so obviously they're season 1 is probably what they're going for. Yeah,
sure, makes sense.
So their number of characters are limited. They can actually pick because Dinobot's
they've got some of them in.
Yeah, Dinobot's in, Waspinator's in, Beast Wars Megatron's in, Optimus Primal is in, Black Arachnia is in. So jeez.
Okay, so they got most of them. Most of the really important ones in.
Yeah, all the big name, all the ones I consider important, because I'm sorry, Cheetor's not important.
Ooh, controversial.
Cheetor achieves the least out of any of the kid characters in Transformers.
He has the most growth over the seasons.
That's more in a literal sense because he has the most body changes.
Well, no, he develops as a character because of the really funky writing of Beast Machines.
True. No, well, that's a different conversation. But because Beast Machines basically says, you know that guy you knew before? Don't worry about that guy.
Yeah, but he's the same, is he?
The content. And why is it like this? Hello, Didio.
Yeah,
I've come to destroy continuity because you don't need that.
With that Wally West I hear, time to kill him. No, Dan, put down the machete.
I'm going to kill him using Dick Grayson. Or shall I say, Rick Grayson?
Oh my god.
Anyway, would you like to hear the character roster you can pick? So those 5 names are kind of the big 5, I would say, from season 1 in terms of the best characters.
Are these people in the show or are these toy line? Because I'm really concerned you're going to say K9.
No, but show. This is show.
Okay, thank God.
So, remember, they've already done Optimus Primal, Megatron, Dinobot, Waspinator, and Black Arachnia, right? Mm-hmm. So your first option is Optimus Primal.
But what?
Your next option is Rhinox. Your next option is Dinobot.
But he's in. What do we do? Does he go in twice?
Tigatron, Air Razor. Your next option is Megatron. Scorponok, Pterosaur, Tarantulas, Waspinator, Black Arachnia, and Inferno.
Hang on, did some of these guys say something racist and get kicked out of the Hall of Fame, and then the company's forgiven them, so they're going to be put back in if the fans allow it? Is that what's happening?
I don't know, but right now I'm voting Waspinator.
That's not Tarantulas.
No, but I'm trying to fuck the system.
Oh my god. Mikey's hacking the world.
So, they have put so much effort into this meaningful experience.
Oh,
that they didn't think to take out the 5 names who were already there.
Didn't, at one point, you'll need to remind me, Mikey, didn't at one point having the Hall of Fame entry as best character or best toy or whatever meant that they were it was an indication of them doing a new version of the toy? Has that never been a thing? I want to say at one point it did. Even if it was for 1 year, it meant that we got a better version or a newer version of the toy? Or is that me being silly?
Not really. Because Dinobot went in year 1 and he didn't get it. Also, I just voted for Waspinator twice because this form is anonymous and they don't care.
Because it doesn't matter.
Yeah. just like, wow. Also, it's just the entire Kingdom line, so pick whichever one you want. But I just think it's ridiculously dumb that not only are they still doing this, not only haven't they revamped it to make it in any way interesting, but they're clearly not fucking trying. They went to the TF Wiki page, went to the character box, and hit copy-paste.
I mean, we know it's worthless, and I'm pretty sure they know it's worthless.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
You know, I feel bad for people who actually... Like, legit, I'm not like, I feel real bad. I feel bad for people who are actually invested in the Hall of Fame, like, in a legitimate way, because I don't know what would make you feel that this means anything to anyone, apart from just, you get your favorite character in a fictional Hall of Fame, because there's not real Hall of Fame for Transformers, is there? They don't have a little plaque in Hasbro for those characters, I'm sure, right?
I would be surprised if, like, you walked into Hasbro's offices and there was just, like, a literal hall with, like, mug shots of each character next to Employee of the Year or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. And at some point, I guess it means, like, if Hasbro keeps doing this, which, again, we're kind of not really sure why they keep doing it, eventually all Transformers will go in at some point.
Well,
or they'll be put in twice, I guess. Like,
I could, like, considering the way Hasbro's been for the last few years, I fully expect Optimus Prime to get another entry. Like, G1 Optimus Prime specifically will go in twice at least.
Have they done Movie Prime getting in there yet? I'm sure they'll try and get Movie Prime in there, right?
I mean, they can, but, like, if I see, that's where you have fun with it, because, like, that's where, like, years ago I would say, like, okay, do a video, and it's like, and have the narrator go, like, Optimus Prime is a kind and gentle hero, and then just cut to him, like, murdering Demolisher, and have that be the joke. Just, like, the narrator's giving this really traditional Optimus Prime reading, and it just, like, every time you cut back to him, he's, like, doing something awful.
You'll never stop at one, Megatron.
I really wish at some point someone in that scene had yelled, "What do you mean? If it was one, would you been fine with this?"
Maybe. If it was Sam.
It was Sam. That's the problem.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Prime made that speech while he was trying to kill Sam. It's like, maybe he should have let Sam die, and then maybe Megatron would have stopped.
Yeah, maybe we should have just let him have Sam.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not...
What a shame.
It's not like... Would anyone have missed him?
In terms of the movie universe, probably only his parents.
Even then, they never really seemed to like him.
No, because of the way the writing was in that film, everybody was kind of an asshole.
Yeah, so it was just like, hey, Sam.
And then there was the mum in the second one with the drugs. Oh, Jesus.
I found a podcast during the week where every time you say Revenge of the Fallen, one of them says very sincerely that it's the best Transformers film and one of the best science fiction films he's ever seen.
Maybe that's because, like, they did something wrong and they lost a bet, and it's like they have to do it or they get punched in the dick.
The only thing I can think of, like, it's the only Transformers movie he's ever seen, and he doesn't watch sci-fi. That's the only, like, Jesus Christ. Like, I don't think any of them are good except Bumblebee, and, like, Jesus Christ.
Let me name you a better sci-fi film that's not a good sci-fi film, right?
You're going to say what I think you're going to say. Okay, good. You didn't say what I was going to say.
I was going to say there was no way you thought I was going to say Jetsons Meet the Flintstones.
No.
What did you think I was going to say?
I'm not saying it.
No, why? Come on.
No, because I know what will happen if I do, so I'm not saying it.
No, I want to know. I'm interested.
No, you don't. You're not.
Oh.
You don't care about me. You don't care about my feelings, and I don't know why I ever saw in you.
But I was interested. This is why I don't show interest, because you're always mean.
That's what you said when you met my mother.
That's true.
Then you punched her. So. Like, why did you punch her?
It wasn't a punch, it was an RKO.
That's not better!
It was for the fans on TikTok. Hell yeah.
Hey guys, watch me RKO this man's mom.
She never saw it coming.
She's 64. Has osteoarthritis. Let's see if I can break anything.
I broke my leg. I didn't foresee this coming. Ow.
Oh no, she's got me by the throat. Help me!
She's dragging me towards the cart door. No, don't trap my hand in the cart. Ah! Crunch.
Why do you have a cart?
It's for the horses. It's what broke your hand.
True.
Not a cart. I don't know what it's called. A horse trough.
Horse box.
It's not a horse. Yeah,
horse trot. That's a different.
Horse
anyway, fan
fox.
vote. If you are desperate to contribute to this, feel free. But like I said, just vote for Waspinator 50 times, please.
When the horses come out of the horse box, are they like Benny Sisko in that one episode when he has to go in the box for O'Brien? The horse just looks at you, readjusts its uniform and goes back in.
I went very, very different because you said Benny Sisko, and I just pictured him like Benny in the cell writing on the story on the wall.
Oh, yeah, well, maybe. I don't know. I always call him Benny Sisko. I like saying Benny Sisko. Benny Sisko is more casual than Benjamin.
Yeah, that's what he doesn't feel like a Benny. Sisko does not feel casual to me.
Yeah, I know, but that's why it would be fun, because can you imagine, like, going, Benny, my boy, and he's just looking at you like, who the fuck is this motherfucker coming and calling me Benny? I don't even know you.
You don't even hear the fist, you just see it.
He'd be bald he'd have the goatee. This would be pre-season 3, post-season 3. So he'd look fucking annoyed. Jake's just there going, no, don't call him Benny. Don't call him Benny Sisko. Don't do it. Sure, Mikey, shall I take us on to the next bit of news?
Yep.
On the first bit of news, Mikey, we have a possible rumoured Masterpiece Raiden confirmed. I don't know why this is a possible rumour, as we know for a fact that he is coming.
No, they're only doing Shoki. It's been a terrible life.
Oh my god, what a surprise! No one foresaw. I think the real, I guess they couldn't put it in the title, but the real bit of the rumor is how tall he is, how girthy is Raiden meant to be. The apparently, according to what we were told, apparently what people were saying is the Masterpiece Raiden Combiner mold will be about 29 centimeters tall or 11.42 inches tall. If you're interested, I guess. Is that big?
It's about a foot.
Is that good?
I mean, it's the same size as Metroplex back in the day.
Okay, yeah, that's not too bad.
Original Metroplex, but I don't know. Like, what is Matt's?
Who knows? They do have like a silhouette of him and of Shoki in the chess mode, and the chess mode looks a bit weird. And I'm guessing that's just because we don't have any of the other parts, and maybe the waist area dude fills in that bit more, I guess.
Because I'm looking at the original Raiden, right, just right now, and from what I can see, the chest plate covers up a lot of this greeblage.
Oh, okay.
Whereas here, I'm hoping that's a mistransformation, and that's just sitting a bit too high.
Well, since the toy's not even out yet, I'm going to say anything can go,
Yeah, and there's an orange piece that goes over it as well, so...
Right, okay.
I don't know. That looks like it's from a different train.
It does, yeah,
but
it does.
If you're looking at I will say, if you're looking at the character model, it's basically that, but with the chest plate would be bigger. It's weird. Wait and see. It'll be a few years before you have to worry about what Raiden looks like.
Oh, that's a good point, yeah. Like, how long is it going to take, actually, for the rest of the train bots to come out? I would imagine they're not going to have, like, massive gaps between releases, right?
I don't know, because I would be curious, because, like, I would be a little surprised if what they did was essentially derail Masterpiece just to be Raiden.
Yeah, I think that would be weird as well.
So I would say it's probably going to be a bit slower than you'd think, just because they're not going to go like, oh, we're not releasing any other masterpieces now until we've got Raiden done.
Do you think it might be the case that they're going to have these guys come out like the Datsuns and that kind of scale of masterpiece, and then have also the big one for the year? So have like, I don't know who's big and impressive who they haven't done yet, but like an Optimus Prime or a Megatron as like your bigger, taller guy, and these ones are the slightly smaller scale ones that come out a bit more frequently. Do you think that might be the idea behind it? I would guess so.
Don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if we go now like, okay, now we're doing revamped versions of all the characters we've already done because we don't want to, do anyone else.
I definitely hope by this time next year, all of him would be out, or at least we'll know about the last two or the last one that's coming out in this year. I'd hope it's not a case of by 2023 they're still not all out. I'd hope not. Anyway,
would be surprised.
For people, for fans.
I would be surprised if all of them were out by 2022.
Oh, by the end of it, you mean?
I think this will run into 2023 easy.
Yeah, I'd hope not. But
again,
it's not that big of a deal for me, obviously.
I could honestly see it being 2 or 3 figures a year at most.
Man, Slow burn, potentially. But like I say, not a big deal for me, but it is maybe a bit of a big deal for people who are masterpiece collectors and going, oh god, this isn't from the cartoon that I saw, which we know is the case for some people. Mikey, do you want to take us away with some Super 7 stuff?
Super 7! Cyborg, Super 7 Transformers Super Cyborg Bumblebee, which is the color and clear version. We have new stock images via Entertainment Earth and Big Bad Toy Steer. So this is an 11-inch vinyl in a G1 retro style with 7 points of articulation. And the thing about these is that they come with removable chests to reveal original styled detail beneath, which is the thing I like about them. I always like that effect. I don't really like the look of the vinyl in general. His tiny, mildly smirking mouth is mocking me.
Yeah.
But yeah, he comes in clear, and he comes in colored. The clear one is it's a clear vinyl, but they've colored the insides different. I actually like the coloring on the insides better on the clear one than on the original.
What do you think of the head in the clear version, though?
I'm assuming there's a head there.
I mean, if you look at to me, the clear version looks like a hollowed out skeleton head.
Yeah, it looks like he's screaming.
Like, yeah, 100%. It looks like it's screaming. It doesn't like being a weird ghost thing. Yeah,
like it's not the same mold on the head.
Like, it doesn't look. Different. I'm sure it is, but it doesn't look like it.
No,
for some
or maybe.
reason.
Oh, that might be because that's a feature of the inside that's changing the way it looks.
I guess, or maybe it's because of the peg that's coming up, so you can turn his head left and right. It's making an extra inner shadow or something. Yeah. I don't know. It is weird though.
I don't know. Like I said, it's a nice detail. It's just not something I'd be particularly interested in myself.
So this is to go alongside Prime and Megatron. Did they do a Soundwave?
I don't think they've done a Soundwave yet.
Okay, they definitely did the Prime, and I think they did a Megatron, right?
I remember Prime. Let's see. They've done Optimus.
Yes.
I'm just checking the Super Cyborg page on the Super 7 Super Cyborg page, because this is a whole subline, which I think is like, yeah, they've done. They've done a Dinosaur Megazord.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay,
actually has a neat feature of when you take off the chest, it's got all the Rangers inside.
Oh, that's cute. I like that. Can you take off their fronts as well?
No, I think that's called murder.
That's fair. That's fine.
Yeah.
Hang on. It's okay to do to robots, but it's not okay to do to humans. Mikey.
Well, at
Mikey,
best
what's
it's
that
murder.
about?
At worst, you're stripping them, and that's just creepy.
Mikey. That's not fair.
There's a Cobra Bat.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that kind of works.
G1 Optimus and G1 Megatron, yeah.
Oh, they did do Mega.
Okay. So this is going to be $85, which is a tad much for me.
Yeah.
And it's due out between October and December this year. Not for that kind of money. Not when, considering what petrol just jumped to over here. No, I'm good.
Well, maybe you could buy the Bumblebee and just smelt him down and turn him back into oil. I'm sure that process is very easy. Or you can bury him and then crush him and then make oil out of him. It's very quick.
Yeah, or I could not. No, I'm good.
Okay,
I'm good.
Well, someone's not fun.
Andy, take us on.
All right. No. It's another Super 7, Mikey.
Is it? Oh, yeah. Super 7 Transformers Wave 5 First Look. Woo! These are the reaction figures, which are the really, really immobile, fairly small ones. So this is RC, Grimlock, Reflector, and Prowl.
Mm-hmm.
RC looks strange. Her head looks unusually large.
It's because it's the Daniel version.
Maybe. Also, her arms look unusually tiny.
Because, she had slender arms anyway, so I guess it's just exaggerated because of how these things are built, I guess.
Yeah. Many people like these. I am happy for them.
Yeah. It's weird to see, it feels like looking at the back of the card that they ramped up at Wave 2, and then they pulled back a little Wave 3, and then they pulled back again by Wave 4. Because it went from 2, 4, 6 in Wave 1 to 8 in Wave 2, back to back down to 5 in Wave 3, and now we're only getting 4 from Wave 4 and 4 for this wave as well. So maybe they're just going to settle on 4 per wave now. Hurrah.
Yay.
I guess, yeah. People like them, like you say. They look nice on the wall, definitely. They have good display and wall presentation. They look nice there.
No, like, if they're your kind of thing, like, absolutely. But
I don't think you're buying them for the dynamic poses you get from them, though.
I don't even like the aesthetic myself, but...
No, I'm not a big fan of them. They do kind of look like, almost G.I. Joey, I guess. But not really. But no, not even G.I. Joey. They look older than G.I. Joes. Like, the entire reaction line looks older, like,
looks like,
visually.
you know what it reminds me of? It was Star Wars, the original Star Wars line.
Yeah. I think that's what they're going for, isn't it? The OG Star Wars figures from Kenner.
Well, that retro look is like the entire point of a lot of Super 7's work, you know?
Oh, definitely. Though they do big posable action figures as well. I think their turtle line, like them remaking the old school turtle figures with the fully articulation and all that jazz. I think they're meant to be pretty well regarded, I think, but I don't know. Obviously, because I'm not a Toitles fan.
Toitles?
Don't hate them, no. Toitles, yeah. You know, Toitles soup and whatnot.
Indeed.
Mikey, shall I take us on?
Yep.
Right, we talked about this guy rumored back a while ago.
Oh, actually, sorry. Before you go on, Super 7 do indeed do posable action figures. But what I want to do, have you seen their latest news on their upcoming Power Rangers line?
Oh, I saw that they're doing the Sphinx because he is the mascot monster. They're doing Rita Repulsor, Red Ranger, and Pink Ranger, right? Oh, and the Megazord?
Dragonzord.
Oh, Dragonzord.
But have you seen the actual toys?
Yes.
Have you seen the face sculpts?
No. I only looked at Sphinx and the Dragonzord and Rita, and only briefly.
Well, even Rita should give you an idea, but you should really look at the face sculpts on Red and Pink.
Is it because they're really good?
You should really look at the face.
Is it because they're so amazing?
Like, I do think the accessory count is very solid.
Oh, why does Pink Ranger have such a scary smile?
Why is her chin able to cut glass? What the fuck is wrong with Kat's face?
They have the same smile, which doesn't help.
But her face,
they look like. Did you ever see, or at least see, the trailer for the really bad horror movie Truth or Dare?
No.
Okay, when they were possessed by the Truth or Dare monster spirit thing, they pulled this really creepy smile, and it has that kind of smile to it for some reason.
Do you want it to get worse? Look at the Red Ranger.
Because
this is both Rocky and Jason. What age why does Jason look like this is him now?
Yeah, it's current Jason. It's current, like, 40 to 50-year-old. No offense, Jason. I know you're a big fan of the show. But... Yeah. Rocky just looks fucking pissed.
Yeah, but like Austin St. John, it looks like Austin St. John now.
Yeah.
But with an earring.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the accessory count is nuts.
The normal figure on their own, just, they look fine. The Rita is actually not too bad. Or the Bandora, I suppose.
It'd be Bandora for us. But,
yeah.
Again, I don't know what that middle face is about. Did she have a time when she had a normal face?
Is that meant to just be the English actress?
No, because there wasn't an English actress until, like, you get to young Rita.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
No, because she still got the same hair and everything else. She just looks younger.
But she's... Oh, no. I was going to say, is that Pink Ranger when she was evil? Do you remember when Pink Ranger had the one episode where she was super evil? Is that what it is?
It is her. It's her when they tried to turn her evil and they failed, so she's just going around insulting everyone as Rita.
Yeah, she was doing the Rita voice, which was
weird.
An episode.
Yeah, I remember that. That was when Lord Zed was about, and they were like trying to replace Rita.
Yeah, they were trying to figure out how to do. They had to get new footage, and they were like, "Okay, I guess we'll do this episode." And everyone was like, "Yeah," because you remember they had the crappy Power Rangers where they were in like the sock outfit, and they had the black. The black mouth and eyes, and it just looked like really bad. Like it looked like Turkish Power Rangers is how I would describe it.
Oh, I remember Zed's Evil Rangers. Oh,
they were amazing. They didn't last long.
No, they lasted like 5 minutes.
Yeah, we got a slight upgrade when we got the what were they called? The Cyclone Rangers. You know the Psycho. Psycho Rangers. Yeah, when we got.
Well, no, the Psycho Rangers.
This is a better version of that. Oh no,
yeah, just a tad.
no, the Psycho
tad.
Rangers were the better version than that, but it was the same idea.
Yeah, but the Psycho Ranger was just like, hey, no, this is actually what if we did it in like budget.
It's weird because I look at this figure and look at the candle and I'm like, really? The candle in Power Rangers was meaningless? And yet in Super Sentai, the candle was very, very meaningful. It was a very meaningful accessory.
Yeah,
realistically.
It was a suicide watch.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, oh, Tommy loses his powers, and it's like, oh, the dude dies. Oof.
Yep, that's why in the first run of Power Rangers, Tommy very rarely gets in a fight because
that's right.
There's the story reason in Sentai because he can't go outside.
Yeah,
because he'll die every time he goes outside. He loses his powers. He doesn't lose his powers. He loses his life.
Yeah,
and then followed up by an episode where Dragon Caesar is really fucking depressed because everyone's praising their mechs, and Dragon Caesar's just standing at the back, just like.
My
wow.
dude's dead.
And then he goes walking away through a field full of flowers, and he imagines this is for editors. Dragon Caesar is a Dragon Zord, and in Zhu Ranger, the original version of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Zords are all alive and intelligent. Yeah. They can't talk in this
beasts,
one, except for Daijujin. The combined forms can talk, but the individual ones can't. But like, there's just this like just picture the Dragon Zord suit walking through a field of flowers and just staring down at just like this hazy dream version of what was his name? Borat? I want to say.
I can't remember.
Yeah,
I didn't watch too much of Zhu Ranger.
No. The Green Ranger comes towards him waving, Dragon Caesar! Waving, and he's depressed. And then, like, Bandora uses that as a way to take him over and go, like, I drain his powers because, like, he's emotionally disturbed. Now is my time. And I'm just like, this is supposed to be a giant robot dragon, and it's having, like, it's having PTSD and is in need of a therapy session.
Yeah, it's mourning the death of its friend or master or something.
I just remember that bit where everyone's going like, oh, Tyrannosaurus, you're the best. No, Mammoth, you're the best. Meanwhile, in the background, I'm bigger than all of them. No one's talking to me. Why is no one talking to me?
I wish Zhu Ranger didn't have the Sentai slow startup.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what stopped me from watching. I didn't get too far into it, mainly because it was just like it was standard Sentai slog, which I don't remember Jetman having standard Sentai slog, and if it did, it was kind of offset by the amount of murder that there was.
Yeah, the way Jetman got around it was by putting a lot of work into the characters.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
In the slog sessions, it was just like, okay, this is Dragon, this is Dragon, this is Dragon. Nope, we're spending time on this.
And a lot of people died. I'll still never forget that episode where the town or the village turned feral and they ate a dog alive, and they started eating other people in the village alive. Even though you never saw it, it was very heavily implied.
Yeah.
Or it was ants that just ate them alive. It was one of the two.
There was a lot of eating in that one.
And the sink episode where the monster sink would like suck people inside of it, and
people didn't come out.
Clearly died. No, they died.
The people did not come out.
No, they definitely died.
Also,
like,
Bri, that was his name. Zhu Ranger amuses me because it's like Zhu Ranger, Abba Ranger, and Kyoryuger and Rio Soldier all take the stance that at some, like, just before the extinction of the dinosaurs, we got invaded by this horrible alien power, and the dinosaurs teamed up with some ancient humanoid or, like, ancient good, in Kyoryuger's case, Tauren and chain sides. But I just love thinking, just like, wow, there must have been a lot going on in those last few days before the meteorite, because there was at least like 3 different major groups having like 3 different invasions.
You know what you know what we needed as a crossover? We needed like the Sentai shows to cross over with the show Dinosaurs, the American puppet show.
Yeah.
So they're sitting in the dinosaur house waiting for the apocalypse to come, watching TV together, and on the other side of the planet they're all fighting like giant monsters and stuff, causing the giant earthquakes.
Yeah.
Here's a question as well for you. I heard that Iron Mouse's preferred Power Rangers. I ask you this because you know way more about Power Rangers than I do, because I can't tolerate it. She said the best era of Power Rangers for her was all when Disney bought it out and I had all the Disney shows.
Would have the Disney era starts with Ninja Storm.
I think so. I know they did the Magi Ranger. I think they did Bokenja.
So they did. It started with Ninja Storm, I believe. No, Wild Force.
That's not. No, that's not.
No,
Disney,
because there was one of them that was produced under Disney, but produced as normal. So let me double check. I know Ninja Storm is the first like proper like Disney Cal Explosions one.
Okay. Would you? The basic question then would be: would you agree with that assessment, or would you disagree?
Yeah. I'm right. Wild Force they did post production on Wild Force, so they bought it midway through.
Right.
Wild Force
Force was actually decent.
It was. It had a slight problem. It was made by a guy who thought like I have to recreate the Japanese show.
I mean, when I say it's decent, I mean like for a Power Rangers adaptation.
Yeah. But he also did the Samurai. One and his exact. Someone asked, "Why are we just redoing this?" and said, "Like they're children; they don't give a fuck."
I mean, he's not wrong.
Ninja Storm is weirdly fun. It's got a really good soundtrack. I'll have that. They're combining music stuck in my head for the rest of my life because it's a hard rock guitar solo kind of thing. Dino Thunder. Well, I liked it well enough until I saw Aber Ranger. SPD, I think SPD is fine, perfectly fine. Mystic Force was bad. Operation Overdrive was terrible. Jungle Fury was bad. RPM everyone else likes.
Yeah, loads of people love RPM.
Yeah, so yeah, because like it weirdly became less campy in these eras.
Interesting.
Whereas when it was Saban only, they were a little. I always felt like Saban was like a little bit more tongue in cheek.
Okay.
But obviously, like, then Disney came back and it ended very badly.
Yeah.
Because they made many bad shows and then Hasbro took over, but from what I understand, they're keeping Hasbro's kept most of the same production team on it.
And that's why it's still kind of terrible.
Yeah.
Well, at least in our opinion. Obviously, there are people...
A lot of people agree. A lot of people agree.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
People don't really... Like, the last one, the Beast Morphers one went down okay, but a lot of people... I've seen clips, and I will just say, the acting is worse than back in the day. Yeah,
because you showed me a clip of the Lord Zed stuff, and I was like, why is it, like... Is it worse than I remember?
The voice acting, like, the voice direction is definitely a big step down because... And, like, the voice cast seems to be not up to snuff either in general. But then, like, I would actual... Agree,
like, Vita and Zed were directed well for their voice acting.
And, like, those were, like, hardcore, like, we are super professional voice actors, where I think the voice actors are, like, at least some of them are taken from the less unionized, non-unionized New Zealand stable, which is just less experienced people. But I know that the actual actors, the on-screen Ranger actors, are in general quite bad. Like, quite bad by the standards of what we'd expect from Power Rangers.
Right.
Because, like, I watched some clips from the new show, and wow. Like, thank God as a child, all I cared about was explosions and dinosaurs, because, wow. They're very, very, very bad.
Yeah.
Very bad. So, yeah. But, yeah, so Ninja Storm is weirdly charming. Like
to be fair, though, Mikey, it was always better than Masked Rider. Let's be honest.
Masked Rider.
That's right, Masked Rider.
Masked Rider. It'd be hard to be worse.
And in World Planet of Edonoi, a young prince named Dex.
Yeah.
Was sent to Earth by his father, the king.
Played by a literal stuntman who'd never acted in front of the camera a day in his life.
That wasn't clear at all. I thought he did a stellar job.
I thought he carried the lines as best he could.
Bunny Moo Moo, Dex. Bunny Moo Moo.
Bunny Moo Moo.
Never forget Ferbus. Why was Ferbus never in Kamen Rider Black RX?
You know why? Because he was talking to the bike.
Except
the bike in Masked Rider talked more, but he talked more shit.
Yeah, and the car talked as well, if I remember, in Masked Rider.
Yeah.
The sexy lady voice. The bike was like, "Whoa, Dex, come on now,
I don't remember
let's go."
If the car talked in RX.
I don't think it did.
Because, like, Battle Hopper, when it became Acrobatter, that was a big thing. Like, oh my god, yes. I'm alive again and I can talk. That was actually a plot point. I don't know if the car talked. I know it was alive. It was like
I
AI.
don't think it talked.
Oh.
I honestly don't, but I might be wrong there.
Yeah, but like Battle Hopper got like an amazing death scene for a motorcycle.
Yeah, for a fucking bike.
Like, oh no, you've been captured. Oh no, you're being ridden by Shadow Moon. Oh no, you're going to commit suicide. Oh no, you're actually speaking and you're saying thank you, Kamen Rider. And he's dead.
It's a fucking inanimate object bike, and it's like, damn, son. Bunny Moo Moo Dex. Last words, Bunny Moo Moo Dex, and it dies. It's like, what the fuck? What is this?
Bunny Moo Moo to shit.
Bunny Moo Moo. The worst thing about, well, not one of the worst things, one of the more annoying things about, obviously, Master Rider was like when they had the crossover episode, and they got some of the names right, but then some of the names they just gave to the wrong characters.
Yeah, but that's also the fact they kept changing them in the episode.
That also didn't help.
Also, it didn't help that like the first few episodes they didn't have enough footage for what they wanted to do, so they spliced in ZO
and Jay.
Yeah, and it was like there was just these weird scenes of just like this completely different design wandering through the set that as a child really confused me. I thought he was form changing.
Oh, I didn't notice. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at the big monster.
I was looking at Mon, but I was like, why is he green now? Why is he bright green? What's with the lines? I'm just like, if you're going to do Jay, at least have him turn big.
And if you're going to do ZO, you should have the giant, creepy, nightmare-fueled spider monster lady.
No, you should have that weird grasshopper who hung out with him.
Oh, yeah. God, I need to rewatch ZO at some point.
That's great.
It's really good, standalone. Yeah. Anyway, Transformers. We kind of got a little bit off topic there. Never mind.
Transformers.
Yeah, do you remember, Mikey, when we talked about the rumors of War for Cybertron reformatting Galvatron, and we were like, you were like, he looks great. Wait to think.
Yeah, he's here now.
Yeah, we now know what he come with and everything like that. So what did he come with? He comes with colored ships, the Autobot shuttle, the Decepticon Revenge Starship. Mm-hmm. It's the Galvatron ship. Yep. The Quintesson Cruiser.
Yep.
He also comes with unpainted grey plastic versions of the Autobots in a very small size.
Yep.
You get an Ultra Magnus, a Preceptor, a RC, a Coupe, a Grumlock, a Slug, being Slag, a Swap, and a Snarl.
Well, hang on,
Snarl
what?
being, no sludge.
Hang on, they put Snarl in.
Yeah.
Who wasn't
he was in the film. He was in the film.
I mean, he was in that. I think he was in the film.
He's in the shuttle scene.
You know who's in more? Sludge.
Nah, never heard of him. What did Sludge ever do in that film?
He lands on Unicron, and he
also
walks over that one dude.
He gets bonked by Devastator as well, but apart from that, I think Snarl did a lot more. He was in like 2 seconds of film or something
that no one noticed.
It was very important. Don't worry about it. There's also Decepticons. We have a Megatron, a Scourge, a Cyclonus, a Ramjet. I don't know why Ramjet, and a Soundwave. Well, I suppose it says Ramjet.
Oh, but... it would be like, who was it? Ramjet or Thrust that Optimus ran over?
It was Thrust. It was the red one. It was Thrust.
So
it's not that.
After all is said and done,
Jesus. Oh no, it is actually Thrust. Sorry, it is actually Ramjet because Dirge maybe because of the wings on the bottom of his legs. He's definitely not Thrust.
Oh.
So yeah, that's weird. So Mikey, now that we have our full look of the accessories and our very purple candy flavored boy, what do you think of him? Because you liked him before.
Yeah.
Do you still like him?
Yep. I think both the secondary releases of Galvatron are better than the main release of Galvatron.
Oh damn.
This looks fun. Looks goofy fun. Clear plastic, so some people are going to have nightmares.
Convention exclusive or something, right?
And like I think I think it's just like the Tron lines that really do it for me.
Oh yeah, they're pretty cool. Definitely, I agree with that.
So I think he turned out. I think like the accessories are fun as well for what they are. Slight spoiler for what's coming up. They talk about a leak, or that like at the PulseCon Transformers panel, they're going to talk about a Unicron companion pack. Like methinks this is the Unicron companion pack.
I mean, it wouldn't be a huge shock, right?
Just because
it's got all of the things that Unicron needs, I guess, for either dropping things in his mouth or that he crushed in his hands or that kicked him in the bottom.
Or and also the fact that the little minifigures, slot onto his stand.
Yes, yeah, they do that, and the Quintesson ship can be jammed into his eye hole if you choose to.
If you choose, seems rude, but
You can do it. Yeah.
I like how Swoop is just because of his wingspan, he's off to the side on his own. It's just like, no one cares about you, Swoop.
He's smelly. He didn't go Dinobot fishing with them.
Oh, he didn't.
No. It's too big.
Grimlock, too dumb. No, meet Grimlock, too smart.
I wonder, we don't really have an idea of pricing on this or
No.
Release date. I think, to be honest, by next week we'll find out. I may as well take the next story as well because it's a quickie. We alluded to it earlier. Hasbro PulseCon is happening on the 22nd of October. It's going to be 12:30 p.m. ET Eastern Time. ET Eastern Time.
Cool.
It's one of the fake American times that don't really matter. Suck it.
Fake times.
Yeah. Do you know how many times there are in the UK? 1. That's how good we are. Boom. We only need 1 time zone. Everything works. There's also some information. I'm not going to read the blob, but there's a celebration of Transformers in quotations Legacy as Wave 1 of the next generation, which is Legacy, obviously, will be revealed. So I guess we'll probably get to see images of the Stunticons and whatever we mentioned previously. I can't remember what we said was in Legacy Wave 1, but we have talked about it on a previous show, so I guess we'll see those. There's the amazing Hall of Fame, which I'm sure, like Mikey said, you'll be shitting your pants to see. I know I will be. And finally, there will be a Unicron companion pack, which Mikey just mentioned, with Ben Burley, lead singer of Breaking Benjamin. Okay. I don't know why. I'm sure it's a reference. Maybe they did a song for Transformers at some point.
No? Not that
No?
I know of. Because I remember Breaking Benjamin just because they were like, when all like early aught like rock and stuff like that, or metal rock and all that was coming out. Like they were there, and oh god,
I know them from the AMV
Pod
scene
was
at the
there.
time on YouTube. That's how I know Breaking Benjamin.
But Pod was there and everything else, and it was just like I remember them because they were the only one when I started looking up those bands and things. I was just like, okay, so this is actually a Christian rock band. This is actually a Christian rock band. This is actually a Christian rock band. This isn't, and that was Breaking Benjamin.
Oh, okay.
And like because like everyone was like hard, like I remember they were like all over AMVs, and it was all like, oh man, this is so hardcore and cool, and just like then like these are all Christian rock bands. Oh, this is a song about Jesus.
Oh my god,
these are all songs about Jesus, and
weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently Ben Burley's going to be Burnley.
Cool.
Burnley.
I mean, if it's the same as Chris Sabat, and it's just like, well, I mean, I was there and I saw this and I thought it was really cool, so I wanted to be on it, and you let me on. I'm fine with that. But I bet
as long
it's
as
not.
it's that. Otherwise, it's again like, why would you give this person money for this? I don't know.
I bet it's not. I hope Chris Sabat gets a free Star Saber. I'll be completely honest.
I hope I get a free Star Saber. It's not going to happen though.
No, but I think he probably has a better chance than you.
Over me, I would hope you would get a Star Saber over Chris Sabat, to be honest. Because again, like I said last time, you said he deserves a free one, and I said to you before, he can afford to buy his own. I'm going to go again. He can afford to buy his own. I can't really afford to buy one, and at the moment, you can't either.
He could buy you one.
I'd be if he wants to get one, or if he's given one and he donates it to us, I'm okay with this as well. Are we charity cases at that point? I don't mind. I'll take it. No shame.
We will contact Chris Sabat and ask him, can he send us a free Star Saber, please?
Yeah, come on now. We've been podcasting for a while. Don't we deserve it? Is it not time that Moonbase 2 got its comeuppance?
Are you not entertained?
Mikey, do you want to take us on to our last bit of news?
Paul Eiding will be at TFCon, Toronto, 2021, December 10th to 12th. Voice of Perceptor and Quintesson. I feel like that's grossly underestimating his contribution to voice acting. He was Perceptor and he was a Quintesson. He did nothing else with his life.
Nothing? Wow.
No, nothing.
Sorry, Paul.
Paul Eiding, doesn't matter. Was not like prominent in any games or TV shows or movies or anything. Does not have an IMDb page that literally goes on forever.
I hear Paul Eiding was immaculately conceived as well. One day he just appeared in the world to voice a Quintesson, and that was it.
They say he faded, but comes back when summoned.
When needed for conventions.
You have to stand in the mirror at a Transformers convention and say Paul Eiding 3 times.
Oh my god, Candyman? No, Paul Eiding.
Oh dear. Like what else? Like just God, he was in I'm just scrolling through his IMDb page. It's just like everything.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff.
He's prevalent.
I think he's done all forms of voice acting media, right? That he can do.
Yep, he's done TV, he's done movies, he's done games, he's done ads, he's done sports, he's done a bit of radio, he's
done anime, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's everywhere.
Yeah. Prolific.
I'm just scrolling through now, it's insane.
He's done well for himself as a voice actor. He's got himself out there.
He was additional voices in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
The movie.
No.
Oh, the show.
There was no movie, okay. There was only a show.
Oh, Mikey, I've got something to buy you for your birthday.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
No, you don't. I'm already mad about the live action one, the TV series.
On Mikey's birthday, a crate comes in with 20 copies of Avatar: The Last Airbender by Shyamalan.
I will burn them without opening them.
I like the idea, as you're burning them, you just see, like, souls escaping. You just say, we're free! It's like the end of Mortal Kombat, you know, when they beat Shang Tsung.
Oh, yeah.
It's like that, but with a DVD player.
I don't remember that. No, that wasn't the one where they had he turned into the anime.
No, that's Annihilation. Yeah, that's Annihilation. No,
Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne Remaster, he was Old Gentleman in Wheelchair and Lucifer.
Oh.
Those are two very different roles.
Maybe they're not. Lucifer could be in a wheelchair. I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't played Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne.
No, the Shin Megami Tensei games, apart from the Persona one, usually don't... We've not been thrilled by them. I haven't.
This is good. I've been told this game is good. I've never played it, but I have been told it is good.
I want to say that we were told Devil Survivor was good, and then I watched the anime, and I was like, I don't think
it was alright. Didn't have much traction to it, but it was
was a lot. It was very confusing as an anime.
I like the idea.
That was a good idea. That I will give you that. Mikey,
yes,
that's our news done for the week, son.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
What you done this week? What you done for fun? You buttered some bread?
I wish.
Oh my god.
No, I've been busy. I've managed to squeak in a few things. I haven't built or bought anything. Really wish I had. I was actually like sitting in the sitting room yesterday and we're going like, I don't have anything to build.
Oh,
I literally just went.
Were you getting the scratches?
I was just like, I don't have anything to build today, and I was just like, oh my god! And like they revealed a new wing design that I sent you, the one that like turns from a really kind of like semi-traditional Gundam into basically as a Gok.
Oh, that thing, yeah. It's from G-Unit. It's
and I was just like,
hobby exclusive because they're like, oh yeah, you know all these fun designs from G-Unit. All of them you have to spend extra P Bandai money for.
And I was just like, but that's the kind of shit I love. I want him.
I think you might like Gundam Hydra as well from the same series. I don't think you like the colours on it, but I think you might like the stupid idea behind it.
Oh, I love the stupid idea. But when I saw that, and I was just like, oh no, I can't buy it.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck you all.
Yeah. Oh. Also, you'll have the difficulty of like being like, I now have the money for it. Oh, it's a P Bandai, so all of the things are sold out, and it'll never come back in stock, and I just have to get it from Ami.
The Hydra basically a Zeong.
With a Quintesson head. It has multiple heads. It spins. It's not bad. The colours aren't that cool with it, though.
They've done old 1997 Gunpla of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same for the one that you're talking about here. I think they've done most of the G-Unit ones as really old ones, but they're obviously not very good because they're very, very old.
Yeah, but like I find it interesting P Bandai's going into these like completely original mold remakes of like these weird wingsuits.
Yeah, the manga only G-Unit stuff. I guess Wing's doing well, and they went, oh well, we'll do the main suit. I guess these have done well, so we'll do the weird ones now as well. It looks like they're just going to go through all of G-Unit, which that's okay because they've got some fun suit designs.
Yeah, they've got like basically, what's her name? I'm gonna regret her Gundam, G Gundam, Lady Gundam.
Rena, something like that. She's in the pink tight suit.
No, the actual Lady Gundam.
Oh, the Noble Gundam.
Noble, thank you. They've got basically the Leo equivalent of that.
Yes, yeah. That's very cool.
And they've got the one with the red cape, which we liked, and they've got a redo of the V8, I think, or the Mercurius. I can't tell which.
They're both, actually. There's a black version and a white version.
Yeah, it's a weird thing now to look back on all these designs and realize that basically, like, the Tall Geese is just a Leo with a funny hat and some extra stuff. It's super cool, but the body is just a Leo. It's just a big
remember,
Leo.
That's what it was meant to be. It
Yeah,
was
but
a
then
prototype for all of the Gundam suits, all mobile suits, so it makes sense.
But it's like, people go like, man, I've seen people go like, the Leo's alright, but man, the Tall Geese, it's so good, such a good design. I'm just like, you are letting the colors lie to you.
Here's the thing, I've always really liked the Leo design. I always think the Leos looked cool, and obviously I like the Tall Geese as well, so I'm good with that. I think the problem with maybe the Leo is the fact that it's just in drab, like, army green, which it needs to be because it's a background character and it needs to be army ready, but drab army green, is a bit flat.
But fortunately, they like the V8 and Mercurius are exactly the same thing as well, with just a new head and some extra backpack.
Yeah, I guarantee you that those two will be done just because it's easy.
Well, they've done the V8 and Mercurius.
I mean, for the Gundam G unit versions, which is just a new head again.
Yeah, but more of a Tall Geese style head.
Yeah, pretty much easy enough to do.
Yep.
So you've been dying for one of those, at least not one of those, the newest one that came out.
Anything really at this stage. I'll take something from the mid-90s. But
oh my god, I don't think that's true. I think you'd be very disappointed, to be honest.
I have said at some point I want to try at least one kit from every major era of Gundam.
Oh my god,
and that is a major era.
That's fair. That is fair. That's true.
That's also the only way to get a couple of suits designs, and if they're just going to stand on my shelf and I don't touch them, I'll take what I can get. I did watch. Did not watch much this week. But I watched next episode of Tact, which was a full backstory episode. So I wasn't expecting that. It's basically just giving the full backstory of Tact himself and his relationship to his music art, whatever they're called. The basically his servant, because like, especially in this episode, it really came across as a Fate kind of style idea. And yeah, like, it's an interesting backstory. It's like quite in-depth, way more in-depth than I was expecting it to be. But I can't really go into it without spoiling a lot of stuff that's going on in the show. But like, still incredibly pretty. There's a lot of really pretty animes out at the moment. Didn't see most of the other ones I was meaning to check out, but I did see a new one. I watched 2 episodes. Am-Aim, World Beyond the Borderline. Am-Aim. It is not small Ame, the anime.
Oh.
Like, not this legendary battle between Ame and Crony done as an anime. Which seems to still like be going in the fan art circles.
Sure, yeah.
Which always seems to just translate into regular Amelia throwing small Ame at her. And it's being super effective. So this is a new mecha anime by Sunrise, which
is this the one that's built with all the new Bandai kits, or is this something else?
It got a pre-release kit there about 2 months ago. Basic story is that at some point in the future, due to the economy and some other disasters, Japan was very weak and got invaded by a bunch of other major powers. In this case, Oceania and Eurasia kind of hold the biggest guns. And then it's kind of like Japanese citizens are now second-class citizens. The country's divided into sectors ruled by other outside powers. It's all feeling very Code Geass. And your protagonist is kind of like, he's a bit of a tech head who finds a warehouse which was building a mech, and he's just been kind of working on it. And mechs in this world are primarily AMAIMs, they're called. So they're piloted by non-intelligent AIs.
Okay.
So you give them instructions and they do the fight. So it's kind of actually what 86 was saying was happening, but actually happening. So this guy, he's outraged. He goes like finding like old battlefields and stealing parts out of them. And he does it with a few friends that he meets online. But then on the way back from one, he finds an AI core, except the AI core is talking to him. And it has quite a personality on it. It's called Guy. And he brings it home, and it turns out that the mech he was working on is some sort of like surprisingly powerful manned AMAIM. Like, wow, the only manned.
That's lucky.
That's lucky, yeah. Meanwhile, local military types are basically basically saying like, I'm not going to get promoted unless I arrest someone. there's someone, and leads into a big battle. He loads the AI up into the M-AIM, and it goes into a big fight. And then, next episode is sort of following on, dealing with a bit of fallout from that, trying to add a little bit of emotional weight to things, and introducing a new character at the very end.
Okay.
Fights are very well done. Robot aesthetic is a little hard to settle on for me.
Is it CG? Are the mechs CG?
No. It's well, nothing is traditional animation anymore, but it's 2D.
Oh, I mean that in itself is impressive because I know most of the time
it's Sunrise.
We'll do like 2D characters, but we'll do the rest as 3D models.
But it's Sunrise.
That's true. Yeah,
they are.
Still, sometimes I'm surprised the company didn't cheap out. Sometimes they can do.
I know this is something they're really trying to push at the moment.
What, 2D or 3D or what?
This series. So I don't think it's a case of them cheaping out. I think it's
is that why they're doing so many model kits? Because there's at least 3 out at the moment, which is nuts.
I know. Yeah, like especially before the show even started.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is like so far the plot's nothing special. It's very similar to a lot of Gundam plots.
Okay.
But like,
hang on, is there a Connolly drop?
Not yet.
It's coming.
But like, it's adding in some more. Like, it's real robot. I'm okay with the main mech design. I'm not sure about the rest, just because like there doesn't seem to be a lot of. I'm not sure what the aesthetic they're going for is. Because, like, the first mechs basically look like those cow walkers from Metal Gear. And the next mechs look like
totally
humanoid Red Leos.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
So
I'm kind of waiting for, like, maybe the mid-season where the designs change, because I think, like, the engineering on the kits look really interesting. But the way that they do the arms, I think is... Have you seen how they do the arms?
The arms are weirdly jointed.
Yeah, like, you've got the forearm, which is normal, and you've got the bicep, and they're not just connected normally. Imagine, like, this is not for you, for the people. Imagine, like, attaching a plate to the outside of your arm, and that's how your bicep and your forearm are attached. They're attached to that plate. They're not actually attached like an arm would be. And I guess that's a stylized choice, but it's such a weird visual thing, and I don't think it makes
distracting a bit.
It doesn't make them look interesting or unique. It's just one of those things where it's like, why did you do that?
And like, it's not uniform. It only seems to apply to the main mechs.
Oh, really? Okay.
Like, because like I'm just looking like the kit here for the new Ren, which is the one that looked kind of humanoid from the most recent episode. That's got normal arms. The bunyip is the one that looks like the cow. Or whatever they were called in them. And that's non-humanoid, so like that can look anyway. I'm not saying I dislike them, because like the bunyip looks fun, like it's that kind of like fun weird, but it's just like it's going to take some getting used to the aesthetic, especially the arms. The arms can be very distracting at times in action. I would like to try one of the kits at some point. We'll see either if one of the main mechs kind of appeals to me enough, like in terms of its actions or its kind of like it built-in personality, or if like maybe the bunyip just for the weird sake, but yeah, it's an interesting show so far. It's not like breaking any molds or anything like that, but I'm just gonna wait and see how it plays out. But hey, new mech show, always good to see. The only other thing I did of note was what was that thing? Revice, obviously. Episode 7 of Revice, which continues on with the Kamen Rider Evil story, or Evil, because they're actually playing up the fact that it's just Devil without a D.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So Evil. And yeah, this was, in my opinion, the weakest episode of the series so far. It's largely centered around a pretty weak dead man's plot about a dad and his son, and neither the son or the dad get any focus or any development. Where it's good is with the stuff around Evil and what's going on with him, and introducing Demons, Kamen Rider Demons, who is Spider-Man.
Yeah, I saw the design. It's actually pretty neat.
Yeah,
it is, like you said, Spider-Man. I went, oh yeah, it totally is.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, Evil's a bat. Now this is a spider. I wouldn't be surprised if we have a snake-themed rider next.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but like, Demons is an existing character. Won't spoil it, but apparently it's a character they meant to kill off originally early on in the show, like episode 1 or 2.
Oh.
Except they were so impressed with the actor's audition, they decided to keep him around and give him a writer.
Oh! I wonder if that'll pan out to be like Genom, basically.
Yeah, no, he's good. He's a good actor. He hasn't had a lot to do yet
Bravo,
so far.
oddly enough.
Yeah, but he hasn't had a ton to do. But like, obviously, if they were planning to kill him before this guy got hired, they wouldn't have a ton to do yet, would they?
Yeah.
And demons, we don't see much of it. We have a fight scene with Evil, but he doesn't do a ton. He just sort of shows off that he can do like backflips and shoot spiderwebs. We don't get a finish or anything like that. But we also don't know how his powers work. Because Revi and Vice, obviously, that's summoning your demon into the real world.
Right.
Evil, your demon is driving the car, so to speak. So it's taken over your body.
Okay.
We don't know anything about how demons work, except that when you use the stamp on the driver, it says deal.
Oh, so it's like forming a contract with a demon?
Yeah, and contracts are a big thing. Like, contracts are really part of the imagery of this show.
Okay.
So I'm wondering, it's kind of like, because before he says that I'll give my life to stop you, and then use it, and it says deal, and I was like, okay, you've accidentally signed a contract with your own demon, and you do not know the shit you just dug yourself into.
Okay.
Because, like, every other writer, their power is coming from the monster, from their own demon, so it's got to be tied to his somehow. It would be very strange if this just turns out, no, this is the perfectly safe one.
Sounds like could be interesting. Sounds like he might be the one to die.
Yeah, no, there is that, but a lot of people are theorizing it. But listen, it's a wait and see thing. But yeah, like apart from his bits, like it's just a throwaway episode. And preview for the next episode looks like it's a big plot one.
I mean, we're not up to 10 yet, so we're still in that kind of establishing stuff yet.
Yeah, because they've confirmed that there are 10 missing Vice stamps, and currently I think we're on the 6th or 7th form.
I think the newest one, which was the Xaid one, where
Jackal.
they did the little skateboarding thing, and I was like, I don't know how that
I'm
looks.
loving a couple of things like this, because like the remixes, they clearly don't want to use CGI for all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So like the remix for Terra is he's riding on the hovercraft. On the hover bike thing. The remix for Jackal, he'll like use the remix thing, it'll give a remix jingle, and he'll stand on the skateboard.
Okay.
So that like, oh, there's your superpower. I can stand on the board.
Yeah. It's not even like a fancy board, is it? It's just a skateboard, but with an underside. That's
it's just
nice.
it is literally just a skateboard. They don't
It's
like
weird.
add anything cool to it or anything like that. And
yeah, it's
they're fighting in a skate park. And
he's doing kick flips. I guess it's like Tony Hawk's kind of reference. If Tony Hawk's was fighting someone to the death.
Also, quite a bit of CGI in this one.
I saw all the skateboarding stuff was clearly CGI, which is understandable.
Yeah, but between Zen Kaiger, I saw some clips. That's using a lot of CGI at the moment. Like it's got a neck.
It's a way of cheap now, or maybe it's a way to deal with COVID.
I would have thought it was more expensive because it's like the mechs. The new mech in Senkaiger is completely CGI.
Then maybe it's a thing to deal with COVID.
But
so they could have recorded stuff.
Maybe, but like I've seen other clips from Senkaiger and they'll have standard mech fights, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys on set at once.
I don't know then.
So it's weird. It's weird to me. It kind of feels like last minute idea kind of thing, and we didn't have time to build a suit.
Maybe, yeah.
But yeah, so Revice, not the best episode. Like, kind of, not like, if I could compare it to anything, it would be like a not terrible version of that episode with Double where Philip has to learn to dance.
Oh, yeah.
Heaven's Gale or whatever it was. And we have like a really extended scene showing that Philip's actor can kind of break dance.
Yeah. I wonder if that'll transfer over to the anime when it happens.
Oh my god, that would be weird. Listen, I'm wondering how they're going to get away with some of the stuff that manga has. So I'm curious. But hey, that's next year. We'll worry about Tante Detective. That's kind
of next year.
Yeah, next year.
Wow. All right.
I think it's like 1 or 2 cores away.
Wow. Not far, not long.
No. They've already got, like, they haven't done a trailer yet, but, like, a lot of promo images have started coming out. But, anyway, I have nothing else of note.
Nothing? All right.
Nothing. I'm currently looking at my crossbones and saying, like, you need friends. But, what about you, Andy? What did you do?
I've not done much this week. Just more work as usual. I got through the post. It's upside down. The Cybertron, is that what it's called? I sent you the Cybertron. I got that. It's in a much bigger box than I thought it was going to be. Much bigger. Built him. He's pretty good. He's got a really interesting, unique design. I think you should probably get it, Mikey, because it's obviously very super robot in its aesthetics rather than a Gundam. So it's nice in the fact that it is very different. But obviously, it's being Bandai. It's a solid kit. It does some weird things with the elbows, because the elbows are ball joints, but there's nothing for you can pull the forearms off the ball joint maybe a little bit too easily for my liking. I don't know why there's no way to enclose the ball joint. It's a bit of an odd choice. He's obviously quite back heavy, but because his feet are so big, for the most part, unless you standing him up straight and you're having him throw his weight back, he's not going to go off balance anytime soon. But yeah, he's a neat looking figure, and nice to have a unique kind of not Gundam-y looking Gundam kit for a change, especially from Bandai.
Yeah, he's like an insect dragon, is how I always put.
Yeah. To me, he always looks a lot more insect, but I haven't put him into the weird dragon.
Oh, I've seen pictures of that. That looks so bad.
Yeah, to be fair, when you compare it to something like the Epion's, in quotation, Dragon Mode, it's better than that.
Low bar.
It is, but it's something. Let's be fair. Usually, for whatever reason, the Japanese mobile suits that they make that can transform from one thing to another thing don't usually look super good when they transform, because they try and accommodate that this thing has to look real-ish as well.
And they're not going to put the budget into design it oh no, this is going to be really crazy good transformation to cool. It's we can't afford that.
Transformer. It's also probably the fact that they're okay, so if we have this thing transform, it's got to transform around the cockpit so it doesn't squish the person inside.
Yeah.
Which again is probably a thing that limits it, but yeah, I really like it. I look forward to the the Altron.
Oh.
The red one with the big horn and the big nail.
I know the design. I don't know what it's called.
I know that's having a kit coming out, I think, within the next few months or so.
So is it going to make you watch the anime?
No, I think I tried the anime at one point, and the Super Robot was OG anime.
No, Cybuster has its own anime.
Oh, then no. I tried to watch it, watching the Super Robot Chogokin, not Super Robot Chogokin, Super Robot Wars one, and I was like, eh.
Yeah, but this Cybuster anime came out years before that. Cybuster came out in the Super Robot revival that Gao started off. I don't know if it's good.
You said it was depressing. I was going to ask
Apparently it's supposed to be, but that's all I know. That's literally all I know.
Okay. I mean, to be honest, probably not, but I haven't really been in an anime watching mood for a while. Mainly because I'm going through He-Man at the moment, so I've got stuff to watch upstairs. He-Man. Old school He-Man. I finished Grim Fandango yesterday on stream. It was the first time I ever finished it, because usually I'd get up to year 2, which is Rubacabra. So this is the first time I got all the way through it. It was very good, unsurprisingly. It gets a little bit quick by the end. It feels it wraps up maybe a little bit too quickly, the fourth act in particular, the last act, the last year, it's very, very quickly paced. There's a lot of jumping. It's still good, but I think it could have had a bit of a more solid landing than it got. If it got a remake, or if they went back and used the universe and did Grim Fandango 2, just set in the world without any of the characters, I'd be alright with that. I don't think they will, but I did like the aesthetic. I like the jazz music, and it was very soothing. I like jazz.
Do you like jazz?
I do like jazz. I'll never go out and look for jazz, but I like hearing it in things. It's yeah, it's neat. It's got a good the sax. The sax is a fun little instrument. Got a nice little tune to it. That's it. Yeah, nothing. Oh, I got to see my mate Matt this week. That was fun. We got to have a little chat. That was fun. We got pizza and, just had lads time. That's it. Yeah. Sorry. Right. Oh, we have a few messages just over the Facebook.
Yeah.
So let me pull those up. A message from Christoph Carlson on last week's show. So I've been catching up on Back to the 80s TF UK Comics retrospective, and they ended an episode with the Angry Birds Transformers music that got me to check if the game is still available.
It is.
Yeah, that's what he goes on to say. It was, and not only that, it's gotten tons of updates. Sure, it's still in quotations free to play. Phone game with questionable performances, but out of the few TF phone games I've played, it's still one of the best. I guess it's because it's built on the bones of Angry Birds, to be fair, so that makes sense. It got characters, and it's fun, blowing shit up with burbs, and what a time capsule. It's a mix of Prime, Age of Extinction, and Rescue Bots. Well, that is a weird mix. And that was before the updates. The updates. Oh, God, okay. And the last bit is I've also painted up Thor and Valkyrie from the miniature game from Marvel, the little, whatever that miniature game is called. There you go. Any thoughts, Mikey?
Yeah, no, I was always surprised the day I found out Angry Birds is still going. I just brought it up in the App Store there. I was curious and just like, it's an Editor's Choice Award winner.
Oh, okay, well.
It has highly good reviews, which include like, this is one of the finest mobile games ever made.
Oh my God! Wow.
I love it.
Bar, of course, but
yeah. Yeah, it's strange to me. It's on season 10 according to this.
Oh my God! Wow.
Yeah, but like I think I played it for like a week when it came out originally, and like didn't hold my attention.
I mean, if you didn't like Angry Birds, you know,
like I had no interest. I have no feelings for or against Angry Birds.
I kind of miss the online game that me and Jai played. You know, the game that happened in between like the movies and Transformers Prime.
The one that got cancelled, and I could never play because my computer was crap.
That's right. We tried to get you in a few times, and you're like, "I'm in. It's broke. I'm in. It died.
Fuck you."
Yeah,
it's quote a hero of mine.
It was a very, very basic game, but I remember enjoying it for the most part. You know,
no, it was good. It had a good like idea to it, and then like the Chinese MMO came out.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
And
That's
no
right.
one knew about it because it was only China. But it was like I like stumbled upon a list of like skins and things a while ago, and like okay, this looks remarkably detailed. Like, it's weird. Like, I don't know why Transformers has such an abusive relationship with video games.
Who knows? Especially when we had the good one, and we've had two good ones, and they keep taking old Yeller out to the shed and putting a gun between its eyes for some reason.
Yeah. Transformers Online, that was it.
Oh, well, I thought I had a better title. Guess not.
No. Like, I'm just looking at it now, just like, no. Like, there's so many skins on this. It's ridiculous.
Keeps people happy. Do you have any questions then, Mikey?
I do. A couple from Andreas Zindel.
Hey.
Mr. Zindel. First off, because these go back a few weeks. So, since everyone and their mother is unhappy with the Star Saber stretch goals and Hasbro Pulse, what do you think would have been better?
We did mockingly, but kind of truthfully say Jan, I guess.
Yeah, no, I'd like a little vinyl Jan or something, I think would have been a good idea.
Even if it looked kind of shitty, like the wheelie or the exosuit.
Yeah,
I guess something like that would have been nice.
I would have liked like the Micromaster is a good idea, but I think instead of molding instead of like here's a shield, I would have just done here's a really simple like a simple Holly that just looks the way it should look, but it like nothing non-size class limited, so it's this nice simple limited articulation. It's a very simple transformation, but like bigger and a bit nicer looking than a Micromaster.
Yeah, that'd be alright.
Yeah. Like if I wanted to go crazy and go like, oh my god, you're gonna do kind of stuff you're doing with like Galactus or something like that, I would say like throw in like Jan's mech suit from the manga. Or like Jan's weird sister from the manga who was like best friends with Victory Leo.
See, if they ever do a Death Taurus, it's like what are the stretch goals? I would say like obviously his wife. That'd be neat. Or at least something referring to his wife.
Yeah, or his son. He's got a son too in the
That's
in
right,
manga.
yeah.
Solon.
Maybe like he comes with a family picture. That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah, they will never. I don't think they'd ever do it, but
no, like You know what they do? They'd say like, okay, here's your Ditsars. Stretch goals. Sword. Tiger breast. Eagle breast.
Oh, flail. The mace chain whip thing, yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, they'd say like, oh, you can get... What we're giving you is the toy-accurate gun with flail sculpted on. If you'd like either of these individually, you've got to get us up to 25,000 backers.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Or maybe could you have done like a you probably could have done an actual saber for Star Saber, like one that wasn't part of the transformation, so it looked a bit nicer. You know, because of the way that they do the sword for Star Saber, how it's got to be held at a bit of a weird angle.
Yeah.
Maybe have just like a sword that's just a sword for him to hold, and then also a sword for Saber to hold itself, rather than Star Saber.
Yeah,
do something like that.
That'd be good. Andreas made some other suggestions himself, like how about making figures better instead of new stuff? For X number of orders, you get 10 additional paint application. For Y, figure will come with double jointed knees, etc. I think that's an interesting idea, but I think that one, like the double jointed knees things, you basically have to re-engineer the legs. Which is going to be very expensive.
The paint apps, I wonder if that's something that they'd be able to do. I know, like, realistically, from our point of view, you just go, "Oh, well, you just put on paint," but it's probably like company wise a lot more irritating and faffy than that. Yeah,
and those kind of things, I'd be really annoyed if it was like, here's a basic ass version of Star Saber and Victory Leo, and if we get 20,000 backers, we'll put on more paint. I'd be
Can you imagine this like the basic bitch version of Star Saber? They're just in the colored plastic with zero paint apps. Yeah, it's like, well, if you don't get us up to this high, you're not going to get paint apps at all.
So yeah, we'll wait and see. He had another question there. Hello, Moonbase 2. Thank you so much for the Electron Dinosaur voice boxes. That was a while ago. Although, do what you think is the most appropriate wasn't the advice I was looking for. After the colossal task of making it to 666 episodes, I have more questions for you. What media are you looking forward to most in fall 2021? After I just watched Dune in the cinema. Oh, I didn't know Dune was out in the cinema. Mine is Jobless Reincarnation Season 2, which should come out in October, which it has. A couple of episodes have aired. I haven't watched it yet. I'm still behind. I think I might be behind on Season 1. I'll double check. But I don't know. I don't have anything I'm like super excited for at the moment. It's kind of like I'm going to try what comes out. Like the big thing at the moment, like they just revealed the release date for both Camp Cretaceous Season 4 and which is December 2nd, and He-Man Revelations and Revelation. No major interest. It'll be there. It'll be 3 or 4 episodes, whatever it is. And Camp Cretaceous, the ad was there's a new island to discover, and I'm just like, oh no, you've gone on too long. You've gone past your original idea. Now you're just going to go to Isla Sorna and fuck with the continuity.
Oh, you think that's what they're going? I thought you meant like a new island had just like appeared from nowhere, like out of the mist. It's like, oh, it's a ghost island.
Well, season 3 ends with them stealing a big boat and leaving the island. So I'm just like, oh no, it's going to be they go to Isla Sorna, or there's going to be another island that happens to have dinosaurs on it, and they're going to get a new dinosaur buddy. Because
maybe it's one of those things where it's like you remember the pterodactyls, the pteranodons from the end of the first movie.
Yeah.
How they fly off the island, they landed on another island.
But because this is like season 3 caught up with Fallen Kingdom.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, I guess like by the time the next Jurassic World movie comes out, they'll have ideas for the next season of Camp Cretaceous.
I'm hoping they kind of kill it by then, because I think if they keep like concurrent to all this shit going on, there just happens to be this group of children that cannot get off this fucking island. They just keep bouncing between the 5 deaths, and they're just like, oh no, here's another island. And especially like when Dominion's going into dinosaurs are now out in the wider world now, so.
Is the mission of the kids like to get home or something?
Yeah,
is it like Island of the Island of the Flies, Flies to the Eye? What's that old book called? Lord of the Flies. Thank you.
But like that's been the plan. But now it's like, okay,
Bumpy's piggy.
Yeah, but like I just like Bumpy's there. They left Bumpy on the last island, and now I think like, oh, we're gonna go to the next island, and there's another ridiculous dinosaur that's overly cute and friendly here. Mascots.
What if it's like the exact same model, but it's like colored different, and this one the character?
What if it's just Bumpy?
Bumpy too.
What if it's just Bumpy, and she's really not happy about being left behind, and she's the villain for season 4, Except she's like increasingly more insidious and like dastardly in her means of dealing with them.
She's like coercing the other dinosaurs to kill him.
Yeah, so like you
got like a scar over her eye or something like that. They left me on that island to die, but I thrived.
But every episode ends with just like Bumpy's head slowly retracting into some bushes.
Just the eyes from like The Simpsons, the dog, where it's like always watch out for the dog, and the dog's like looking left and right. It's just Bumpy.
Do you have any media in the next few months you're interested in?
Oddly enough, no. I haven't really seen any bits of media that really tickle me. I did see the trailer for the new Batman movie with what's his name from this. Have you seen that, Mikey?
Just saw it yesterday.
What did you think of it?
I thumbed it up, and like everything is trying to catch up to the animated. Everything is aping the animated series, even if the creators have never seen that.
Oh, that's what that was.
Because like even if the guy who's making this movie has never seen the animated series, he's desperately trying to match the kind of gravitas and drama the animated series could manage.
Like from the trailer, I can't believe that guy is Bruce Wayne.
Oh,
definitely
he's
can't
so
believe it's Bruce
badly.
Wayne.
He is so miscast.
He doesn't look terrible in the Batman suit. Like
it's when he's not. It doesn't look when he takes it off that's the problem. But
he looks like a homeless emo.
His voice delivery is a real problem because he's trying to do the like deep voice, like he's pulling a bit of a Bale, and he's yelling at, I assume, the Riddler, like, "What did you do?" And I was like, I didn't know what he said. What? I didn't know what he said. I had to watch it twice to pick up what he actually said. Also, like, I'm sorry, why does Catwoman not have? Why can't we just have Catwoman in a Catwoman outfit? And why does she look like the most vapid person they've ever hired for this role so far?
Wow,
like,
that's judging someone by the looks, Mikey. Wow. Oh,
okay, I'm just going to say, she was not hired because she's a great actress. She might be, but they're hired because she suits a very certain supermodel aesthetic.
When's the last time we had like a proper Catwoman outfit, like Batman
95.
Returns? Yeah.
So that
was actually a good take on the suit.
Yeah, but
I mean, it would be impossible for one woman on her own to make that because that would take forever to sew all together
or get into.
Oh my god! Yeah, what a pain that would have been.
Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer had someone who was actually paid entirely to pat her naked body down so she could fit into the suit. So put talcum powder on her.
Damn, she looked good, but damn, that suit did not look comfortable.
The joke at the time was, I bet that's someone who never took a sick day.
I'll get the talcum powder.
I'm not wearing the suit today. I just want to be ready.
Was it just Danny DeVito? Was it Danny DeVito that patted down? He's like, oh, hello, love.
Oh, God.
He took half the pay and he's like, I'll pat it down, all right, don't worry about it.
Listen, it's a service.
I came in blasting.
Yeah. But... But yeah, it doesn't look good. But it also looks like it's hitting the same kind of soulless thing that superhero movies are either trying too hard to be dark or trying too hard to be funny at the moment.
It looked a bit to me like from the trailer, like a bit more of a 2021 version of Batman Begins.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm not the biggest fan of the Nolan era, but Batman Begins is fine.
Batman Begins is fun enough.
It's fine. Yeah. It's amusing when you hear Bale try to act through that voice. But it's not, I still, like, I saw Dan Slott actually came out and said, like, the problem with these movies is that they keep trying to create a situation where Batman kills and then decides he'll never kill again. And in his mind, the second Batman kills, he's no longer Batman, because if Batman ever kills someone, he would stop being Batman.
Okay.
And, like, which are like, yeah, in the comics that would be it. But people want to see explosions, and, like, Ben Affleck made money for them by murdering a lot of people.
Yeah, and you know, to be fair, Marvel does this all the time as well.
Oh yeah, Marvel has like
every time you have a supervillain, they gotta die by the end of the movie, and I guess, like you say, that's for the audience because it's a resolution to the conflict rather than they go to prison, which is usually the comic fan or the child resolution. It's they have to die. It's like okay.
The only reason Loki survived is because
women really liked him.
No, he survived because they had already planned out Avengers by the time they did Thor.
And women really liked. I mean,
it hadn't. They didn't know women would really like him when they had all this planned. Like he was already.
That's why I just said he survived Avengers because women really liked him, and then he kept surviving.
Too long. And then they killed him, but then they brought him back because they wanted to do a TV show.
And it was terrible. And
Still
it
haven't
breaks
seen
the
it.
universe.
Still never will.
Breaks the universe.
I have no interest in it. I'll be completely honest. I am done with the MCU for the most part.
Did you see the trailer for Black Adam? What the semi kind of teaser reveal with Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
No, but the second I heard Black Adam, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, I was like, I'm good.
I mean, that's been talked about for
it
feels like a decade now.
Yeah, but I'm good.
I mean, I'm just good in general, to be honest, with the superhero movies.
Here's the thing
like I've said before, it's no shock, really.
Here's the thing with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He's not someone I'd put in the villain role, because Dwayne The Rock Johnson is an action hero comedy actor.
Well, they're going to play Black Adam as an anti-hero.
Yeah, but they're also going to play... I don't really want to see a movie about Black Adam, the likable anti-hero, played by Dwayne The Rock Johnson, because, like, they're not going to give him, like, arrogant scenes. They're not going to give him scenes where he's, like, cruel or anything like that. They're going to give him scenes where it's like, actually, he was trying to do this. Then he was this.
Pierce Brosnan is going to be in it.
Yay.
Who do you think Pierce Brosnan would be in the DC universe?
I don't know. Shazam. They'll bring back Shazam,
what?
but they'll revive
the
the withered Shazam.
Oh, I thought you meant Billy Batson. I was like, he's a little old to play Billy Batson.
He could be Billy Batson from the future.
Oh my god. No, he's playing Dr. Fate.
Oh, God.
Yeah, there's also Atom Smasher's going to be in the film.
Really?
Yeah, I said that as well. I was like, Atom Smasher? Why?
Atom Smasher.
Atom Smasher. Hawkman's in there, played by Aldis Hodge, who I'd never heard. Haven't heard of most of these people.
This sounds like they're like really overpacking. I'm gonna have a look now.
I thought that as well.
Atom Smasher.
Mm-hmm. Atom Smasher.
He will become the arch enemy superhero of Shazam, and shares his powers with but it won't work. Hawkman, Cyclone, really?
Yes. Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Like the JSA member.
Yeah, that's probably why I don't know who that is.
Oh god, but it's like Black Adam. Like, I wonder if, like, because they're doing Black Adam, they want it to be like, oh, we want to bring that into the main universe. Is that why they've redesigned Shazam's outfit to look more Superman-y?
I guess.
Man of Steel-y, which I don't like.
In the trailer, they're like, with the introduction of Black Adam, the power dynamic of the universe will change.
No, it won't. He's out, like...
Oh, it says, it's, okay, that's not word for word, but it says something very similar to that, and I thought to myself, yeah, but Superman beats him.
Yeah, or Shazam beats him.
That's how it works. Or Shazam beats him, yeah.
Hawkman beats him. I don't know, but, like, why would you not have more characters tied to Black Adam in this? Like,
what do you mean? Hey, Adam Smasher's perfect. They've been rivals for years. Like, same for Hawkman.
Hawkman's at least got an Egyptian connection?
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
But, no.
Who else would you... Why wouldn't you have these guys together, Mike? Who would you put in?
I don't
Mikey
know.
Mikey put in Clayface.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'd take him over Atom Smasher.
I mean, to be fair, Clayface would be a pretty potentially an interesting Batman villain for a Batman film.
Yeah, but they'd fuck him up. It would happen, but they'd fuck it up.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, it will happen. In fact, I would say Clayface will probably be in the list. If this the Batman takes off, Clayface
I don't know if they can figure out... I don't know if they ever want to do Batman versus more supernatural creatures.
Oh, no,
I think they just want to stick with the basic bitches.
That's a mistake you're making, Andy. That's a mistake you're making. Clayface will be a guy who, like, has who's deformed, but, like, isn't a master of the skies.
Oh, okay, yeah. He's like, maybe he uses, like, the technology from the Mission Impossible movies.
Yeah, because look what they did to Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, Ra's al Ghul. I always say Rasta Ghul because I'm stupid.
Like, they made him like, oh no, I'm just a normal guy. I'm just like,
no, you're a weird man who's lived for thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of years.
I won't kill you, but I don't have to save you.
I love that line.
That counts as killing him. You literally murdered this man.
No, he didn't do anything, Mikey. It's fine.
No, he could have.
It's fine. No,
it counts as killing him.
No, it's fine.
I have one rule. That's the rule you're going to have to break. Like,
not if I just don't save you. Besides, Domino's Pizza can't get here in 10 minutes or less, right? So I guess they killed you too. What? And he just flies off. That doesn't make sense, Bruce.
Bruce! And that, what I wanted was for Al Ghul's last words. He's going, Bruce, this counts as killing me.
I can't hear you.
I've got my fingers in my bat ears.
Oh man,
bats can't hear in the dark. Sorry.
I'm sure there'll be another good like hero inspired movie like Joker, because I thought Joker was still good, but I'm not sure if or when we're gonna get that.
I don't know. Like
I don't think we're getting it from Marvel.
Break.
I don't think we're getting it directly from DC either. I think you're right though. We need a break, and I don't think we're gonna get it until we hit rock bottom, until we hit to the point where they're making
crashes,
big losses.
But like what it needs really is to stop and take 5 years off, and then someone to come back, because that's what they did with the last bunch. Because when we jumped from the early aughts to the 2008 to 2010 era, that was because there was a 2-year gap or something where superhero movies were like kind of dying off.
Yeah.
And then we got a culture shift, and we got the modern superhero movie. Now we need the same thing to happen again, because the modern superhero movie turned into what it is now, and I'm really, really fucking tired of it.
Do you remember when we used to get only one hero movie a year, and then it became 2?
Well, now it
became
the cinema.
3.
It's not helped the blockbuster either.
No, it's ruined the blockbuster. Absolutely kneecapped it.
I don't know. I'm not looking forward to any superhero movie coming up in the next couple of months or years.
Sad.
Yeah, I should be. I'm very much more on the revive the Monsterverse train at the moment. Keep it going, please. I like those movies.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant the Dark Universe, Universal Studios one. I was like, you really want that coming? Dracula Untold? And
I'm desperate to see Tom Cruise in a movie with the Mummy. I'm sorry, I just am, Andy.
I want to rewatch that trailer, the original one without the sound, where he just screams in the plane and there's no sound effects.
I just like seeing that picture of these are your heroes from the Dark Universe, and they're all sitting around and none of you will matter.
Yeah, and they didn't. Oh man.
Yeah.
Mikey, I think that's a good place to end the show, right?
Yep.
Where can people find you on the internet if you want them to?
You can find me on Twitter as IrishPaler, and you can contact us on Moonbase2, and you can send us an email on themoonbase2@gmail.com, and you can contact us through the usual outlets, kids.
Ooh.
That's it.
Nice. You can find me on Twitter as Decade Andy, on YouTube as Cobra Commander TFW, on Twitch as Decade Andy. And change it on YouTube, but I don't think it's desperately easy to do that. I uploaded the first part of my Grim Fandango trek. Part 2 will be up next. Well, by the time you're listening to this, episode 2 will be up sometime within the week. And episode 3 will be up again the next week as we go. You can find me on... you can find the Moonbase 2 on patreon.com/Moonbase2. And if you do $2 each month, you get the From the Files Teltron 2 a week early and the extended version of it. And you also get the Moonbase where we would talk about non-Transformery things in more detail. I was meant to record that tonight, but unfortunately that has been cancelled. So hopefully I can reschedule it and I can get the Halloween one, the episode that I want before Halloween. I'm hoping. Otherwise I'll need to make one up on the spot and hope for the best.
You need to do Halloween in the middle of November.
Yay! Happy
November,
Halloween!
And it can be All Hallows follow-up.
Exactly, it's perfect. You can also find us on the ccbunker.weebly.com, on Twitter, iTunes, Facebook, Libsyn, YouTube as Moonbase 2 Transformers Podcast, and I think that's us done, Mikey.
Yep.
So until next week, everybody, thank you very much for coming to the Moonbase 2. Me and Mikey will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Fight the power.
Row, row.
You are now leaving Moonbase 2.